morning, students. Welcome to online class. This is Sheila, your computer application teacher. Today we are going to see chapter 15, e-commerce. I believe you people already know what is e-commerce, isn't it? What is e-commerce? If a business, if a commercial transaction, or otherwise if it is a business taking place in an internet, through an internet, it is termed as e-commerce. When a business or commercial transaction, both are same, okay, if they are going to take place through the internet, it is termed as e-commerce. What is traditional commerce then? A person going in person to buy a product. Yes, a customer goes to the market, he checks out variety of products, choosing the required stuff, purchasing them, and then paying the specific amount is termed as traditional commerce. Say for example, a person, if you people are going to purchase a dress, what do people will do? You will go to several number of shops, you will check for the price, you will check for the quality, you will check for your what to say, whether it suits you, or if it suits your budget, all that you will check. Once if it satisfies, what will happen? You will then pay the amount, then you will get the product. Yes, all this is being done through a physical activity. Yes, if it is taking place like that, then it is termed as traditional commerce. Yes, in recent days what happened is buying and selling of goods has come up with technology innovations. What is technology innovations? Yes, these business is actually taking place through your electronic devices, through your internet. Yes, what happens? That such work is termed as what? E-commerce. In near future, commercial activities such as buying and selling of goods between merchant and customer will be bygone and forgotten, like barter system. So what is barter system? Barter system is nothing but exchange of products. Yes, in this picture you can clearly understand. Instead of this hen chicken, what happens? You get fruits, and the person who's having fruits will get a chicken, and a person who's holding a chicken will get fruits. Yes, exchange of goods. Exchange of goods is termed as what? Barter system. What happens as days goes on, as year goes on, what happens? We started to forget exchange of goods, isn't it? The same way, what happens is these commercial activities of buying and selling goods between merchant and the server will also be forgotten, like barter system. Already we forgot the barter system, isn't it? Exchange of goods is already gone. It was there long ago, isn't it? It is now forgotten. The same way, buying of products in a physical way is going to be forgotten as e-commerce comes into existence. Like the most other things, what happens is the internet and the technology have changed the way of commerce is conducted. In 1996, the IBM coined the term e-business. Just as business is broader than commerce, e-commerce is a subset of e-business. So what happens is IBM brought the term e-business, and this business is actually broader than commerce. It is such bigger than commerce, and this e-commerce is a subset of e-business. It is a part of e-business. E-commerce is commercial transaction through internet, but e-business entirely depends on internet for its every intra-company and inter-company activities such as procurement of raw materials, marketing, finance, manufacturing, selling, and negotiation. See, your e-commerce is a commercial transaction which is taking place through internet. Yes, whereas e-business completely depends on internet. What is intra and what is inter-company? Intra is within the company, inter is different companies. Yes, from one company to the other. The activities, purchasing of raw materials, or whether if it is going to be marketing, whether if it is going to be manufacturing, whatever, what happens is they interdepend. Yes, where it happens, actually it happens in e-business, while e-commerce is limited with monetary transactions. Using internet, e-business is grounded on technology such as network infrastructure like internet, intranet, and extranet. multimedia content and network publishing infrastructures like HTML, online marketing, messaging and information distribution infrastructures like EDI, electronic data interchange, email, HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol, computerized inventory management systems, and other common business service infrastructures like e-payment, gateway, globalized supply chain management, online transaction processing. What do they say here? e- See, your e-commerce is actually limited. What happens is, though e-commerce is using internet, it is actually limited, whereas e-business is completely of technologies. They need what? They need internet, intranet, extranet. What is internet? Internet is network of network. And what is intranet? Intranet happens within the organization. What about extranet? Even it is going to be an intranet, whereas in that intranet even the public will be using it. Yes, partially internet. Yes. And what happens, they also considers online marketing. And we also use what? We also use e-business. We are talking about e-business. E-business uses email, HTTP, computerized inventory management systems, and other things as well. Yes. Now let us have a small picture for representing your e-business. Just have a look here. This is your e-business, isn't it? So what and all is available there? Network infrastructure is there, multimedia content publishing is there, messaging and information distribution is there, common business service infrastructure is there. What is meant with the term infrastructure at first? Any guess, any idea? Infrastructure is nothing but the internal design, isn't it? We speak about the designs, then how the network is actually connected, how multimedia and what is multimedia, we already know. Yes, the contents that is actually published, isn't it, about the business. Maybe let it be a e-card, let it be a card, visiting card, or let it be an e-card, let it be anything that is even what is it, a book that is being published for a person or a company, organization, or prospects, whatever it is. Yes. And what else? The common business service infrastructure. All this is going to be your e-business building block. A company can be called as e-business if and only if it has the ability to conduct business electronically over internet. What is, when can a company be called as e-business? If a company is completely taking place, if a business is completely taking place over internet alone, then it is termed as e-business. If they manage even the payment through transaction, it has a platform for selling and products via internet. Now let us move on with the definition for your e-commerce. E-commerce is currently one of the most important aspects of internet era. Just like the words email, ebook with the prefix e, commerce and internet makes e-commerce. Yes, E stands for electronic. In this internet world, what happens? For mail, what happened? We started using internet, isn't it? For learning a book, you can make it through internet, isn't it? So whenever we make something through internet, what happens? We add a term called e to the prefix of your word that we use. Maybe if it is going to be a mail, it is going to be email. If it is going to be a book, it is going to be ebook. The same way, when I do the business, when I do a buying and selling of product via internet, it is termed as e-commerce. It also allows the consumer to exchange goods and services with no barriers of time and distance. So what happens is, we can exchange, the customer can exchange the goods and services without any limit. Yes, without any limit of time or distance. Electronic commerce has expanded rapidly over the past few years and is predicted to accelerate. It keeps moving. Your electronic commerce actually keeps moving for the past few years. Yes, what is e-commerce? E-commerce can be described as the process of buying and selling products, services, or information via computer network. It could be a consumer-based retail sites or auction sites or trade between large business organizations. The commodity could be a laptop or a wristwatch, or it could be an operating system or simple browser plugin. see, the products can be the products can be even it can be a laptop or a wristwatch or anything it can be, right? The goods, information or services are delivered as tangible or in electronic form. What is tangible? What is tangible? A product that can be seen very clearly. Yes, tangible and intangible goods. Something that you could see is going to be tangible, and something that you cannot see is going to be intangible, isn't it? An electronic form, it can be a CD or a software or something like that. Whereas your printer, a car, your sofa, all this is going to be tangible. So what is goods here? Your mobile phone, digital cameras, clothes, accessories, antivirus is going to be termed as goods. What about information? Subscription to some newspapers. You will subscribe to some newspapers, right? Some scientific journals, your television channels also. This is going to be information. What about services? Matrimonial services, placement services. What about tangible form? Something that we can use it in hand. You can see, isn't it? Your digital cameras purchased by a consumer from an online shopping website, which might be delivered on the required address. Electronic form, a musical album. Can you see the? You can see the album, but the software downloaded from a site, which might be delivered only in a electronic form. The evolution of electronic commerce. E-commerce is not completely a new type of commerce. The dawn of e-commerce started few decades ago and continues to grow exponentially. It first emerged on private networks in 1970s. Electronic data interchange and tele-shopping together paved the way for e-commerce. See, your e-commerce is not completely a new type, right? You would have seen tele shoppings, yes. Then what happens? This EDI, they only showed a way for the e-commerce. The history of modern e-commerce is closely twisted together with the history of internet. E-commerce became really possible when the internet was open to commercial use. When was e-commerce came into existence, with a proper existence? Once when the internet was blooming like anything, and when they showed a way, when they opened the gates for commercial use. Online shopping started, isn't it? Even now we started to get things too through online shopping. Online shopping started to grow when National Science Foundation opened the internet to the public in 1991. So what happened? As the internet is opened in 1991, the online shopping also started. Since then, business have started to take up residence at websites. With the progress of the internet technology and vastly developed global internet community, large number of dot-coms, fintech and internet startups have appeared, and a strong foundation of electronic commerce continues to build. See, what happens is, as the internet technology started to develop globally in a very fast way, and what happens, the commercial sites has started to increase. Yes, next what happens, the commercial setups started to increase like anything, and internet had started to bloom like anything. What happened? Your electronic commerce continued to build. Internet had provided new commercial potentials, not only for large organizations, but also provided a substantial entry point for small and medium sized enterprises. The business, the internet made everybody to purchase, everybody to sell, isn't it? It is not based only for large organizations. It was for medium and small sized organizations also. Everybody started to continue their business in the internet. Yes, e-commerce no longer is an exclusive domain of large organization or private network. See, even small enterprises, small companies started to run their business in the internet. Yes, even though e-commerce has been existing since few decades, it has recently sustained significant growth. It is because the internet has transformed from auxiliary communication medium of academics and large organization to an entrenched communication medium that extends nearly all parts of mainstream society. See, what happens is your e-commerce started to grow from for the past few decades, isn't it? What happens is as they started to grow with a significant. They started to grow more and more. Why? How did it happen? It happened from the low level to the high level. It is because of your internet. How did it happen? It happened because of your internet. Yes, integrated with commercialization of internet, personal computers and electronic payment systems together made e-commerce flourish. What is integrating? Integrating is combining what and all you combine internet, your personal computer and your electronic payment together. Yes, all these combining together, what happens is it made your e-commerce flourish, develop. Growth of e-commerce is also related to socio-technological changes. The more the medium becomes deep-rooted, the more are the users drawn towards it. Increase of users increase the markets. As the number of users increases, what happens? The market will also start to increase. As the markets expand, more business organizations are attracted. The more business accumulate it. So as the business starts growing, what happens? There will be a competition. It creates a competition, and as the competition increases, what will happen? The innovation will start to increase, and as the innovation starts to increase, what happens? The technology will start to increase. Thus, the technology facilitates e-commerce growth. As the users increase, just have a look. As the users increase, business will increase. As the business increase, competition increases. As the competition increases, innovation increases. As the innovation increases, technology increases. As the technology increases, it supports your e-commerce to grow. Here is a timeline describing the various events in e-commerce, how the e-commerce started to grow. They have taken it from 1960. First, EDI allows the companies to carry out electronic transactions, a precursor to online shopping. Next, what happened? An English inventor Michael Aldrich connected a TV set to a computer with a phone line and created teleshopping. Teleshopping was created in the year 1979. And in 1981, what happened? The first business to business transaction from Thomson Holidays. And in 1984, an electronic mail is launched, which helped the users to purchase items directly from 110 online merchants. In 1991, what happened? The National Science Foundation allows internet to be used for commercial purpose. In 1994, online retailer New Net Market makes the first secure retail transaction on the web. In October in 1994, Joe McCamley ran the first ever online banner, and it went like an hotwire.com and promoted 7 art museums. In July 1995, Amazon sold its first item, a science textbook. In 1995 September, eBay sold its first item, a broken laser pointer. Next up, in 1991, the first online only shop, Zappos, opened. And 2005, social commerce. People started to use social media for buying and selling their products. Yes, in 2008, Groupon is launched. In 2009, India's total e-commerce sale is 3.9 billion, and in 2018, it was expected to hike 265% up, and will be $850 billion American dollars. Yes, we shall stop with this and continue the rest in our next class. Thank you, children.